Hey everybody, Steph here, and I figured I could talk Gen Con. We talked about it last night a little bit on the stream, and I figured I would talk about all the awesome things that I hope to see and tell you about that are gonna show up at Gen Con, either in demo form or for sale. So it's very exciting. I actually have played a lot of the games on the list, so I feel like I have a lot of insight that I can provide. And you know what? It's this week. Might as well have some hype for it, right? Well, what up? Hi, Time Roller. How's it going? Hey, Dr. Sign. Welcome in. I don't know what you guys have interest in, but we could talk about it as we go through the list. So on the list, I decided to rank all the games that I either am interested in trying, must-haves, or interested in talking about. There were a lot that I didn't include on my list. So there's like 188 games, and my list came down to about 100 games that I figured we could go through. And we can see from there. So let's take a look. Hello, Shrey. Who are you banning? You got the ban hammer. What's up with that? Okay, here we go. All right, so yay, Gen Con. Yeah, like I said, there was like 188 games, I think it was, on the list, at least last I looked, which could have changed since yesterday. Shrey and Space are evil overlord. No, he's not evil. So I have it as my must-haves, interested, undecided, not interested, and I sorted it by the hotness, meaning the number of thumbs over here, and oh, you can't see my pointer. Anyway, there's a I wonder if I can fix that. Shrey says, I scanned through the list earlier today and didn't find any that stood out. Yeah, capture cursor. Well, it should be capturing my cursor. I don't see it capturing it, though. What's up with that? Well, we can go through it anyway and just still talk about it. Arnac. Of course, Scott's very excited for the expansion for Lost Ruins of Arnac. I sorted it by the hotness, and this is what people of BGG are most excited about, by the little thumbs on the side. I'm not sure how many people actually use that, but I try to whenever possible. I'll add to it. How about that? Okay, my cursor showed up now. I don't know. Maybe I was moving too fast before. I don't know. But these are the ones I figured I would talk about. That's a happy bop hammer. It has a smile on it. Oh, okay. Legit. Nice. Okay, so Lost Ruins of Arnac, right? This is the expansion, Expedition Leaders. And it's available in the demo form. I was lucky enough that I already got to play it. I'm very excited about this. Obviously, it was still in the prototype form. It's not going to be released maybe until SN. I don't even know if it's going to be released at SN. I hope it's released at SN. But this expansion is like super cool. It takes a really awesome game that I already love, Lost Ruins of Arnac, and gives individual player abilities, and there's a whole new like setup for each character, and there's a bunch of characters. There's not just 4. It still plays 4 as far as I know. Maybe it plays 5. Maybe the expansion. I don't remember if the expansion holds 5. I know I didn't play it with 5, but there's a ton of different characters, and they all have their unique abilities and unique starting hands. So you're gonna start with different items and stuff in your deck, and then you're going to try and work towards your different abilities. There's new maps to explore. There's just so much new content without really changing the gameplay, which is really nice. So I'm very excited about this. It will be a must-have whenever it's released. New techs. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I agree. So, obviously, it's the number one hotness. Everybody wants this expansion. I think that's also due to the fact that you can play Lost Ruins of Arnac on Board Game Arena. I think a lot more people have the capability and accessibility to play on Board Game Arena, and maybe it got them hooked and they're excited to see more content for it. In general, the game is done really well. I know a lot of people really like it. So, yay! More. Okay, no new maps, but a new tech board. Yeah, it's not a new map. I mean, it's still the same board, but with the different, like, overlay with the different track for researching. So, yeah. I got you. Is there an Origins preview posted yet? Not that I've seen. I don't even know if he's working on one. I'm not sure. I would assume it looks similar to this, but obviously not all publishers are going to be at Origins and Essen and GenCon. I would think that Eric is doing a GenCon and an Essen one only, but I'm not sure what he has up his sleeve. So it could be a mixture of both, but I haven't been in on the loop for that. All right, the next thing on my list is Shrey has it. Well, how about that? I didn't even know. Origins is so not on my radar at all. So that was exciting. Because I'm not going to Origins. It's actually the same weekend as a local con here. So I'll be going to the local con versus Origins. So that's that. And isn't it like just a couple weeks after GenCon? Like it's like the first weekend of October, I think. So it's like really soon. I'm surprised that there's also an Origins list, but hey, that's awesome. Now I'll have to look at that and see if there's any changes between the GenCon and the Origins one, which I would think that are pretty similar, but I'm not sure. Oh, you live in Ohio. It's like the one I can easily get to. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. If I lived in Ohio, I would also go to Origins. No, I mean, it's like a 6-hour drive for me, so it's not like impossible and still pretty close. But it's just, it happens to be the same weekend as a local con. So, local con, drive lots of time to get to another industry con. Yeah, I'll choose a local con, play some games. Yeah, September 30th to October 3rd. So it's like really soon. It's like a couple weeks away. Alright, so the next thing on the list is Great Western Trail. I have it on the list. I'm interested in it, but I don't really know if there are any changes to it. I haven't looked into it that much. I'm not a big fan of Great Western Trail. So I do have it again. I had it, I sold it. Now I have it again because I think Michael will probably want to play it and like it maybe. But it's one of those like, every time I've played it, I've had like the biggest migraine. Maybe it just breaks my brain. I don't know. But I just wasn't that interested in Great Western Trail. But maybe it will work better as a 2-player game for me. We will see. Hey, Julie, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going down the Essen list. I'm sorry, not the Essen list. That's next month. I'm going down the GenCon list. Games. Scott says, people love it, Great Western Trail, or meh. I'm in the meh camp, he says. Yeah, I think I'm in the meh camp as well. It's true. I don't think people really hate it, but it's worth trying. It's a really big, heavy Euro. It breaks my brain, apparently. You know, whatever. Okay, so hello, Colorfly Girl. How's it going? Hello. Hopefully everybody had a fantastic weekend. All right, so Merchants of the Dark Road. It's a demo only. I have been interested in this one since I saw the Kickstarter go up for it. I'm a big fan of Elf Creek Games. They've made some really cool games in the past. In the Hall of No, did they do that? I've liked their games, but they did Atlantis Rising is what I'm trying to think of. Like, wait, no, because In the Hall of the Mountain King was Burnt Island, I think. Man, I'm getting my games mixed up. I haven't, but you know what it is? I do like the Elf Creek games in general. They make really quality games. They have like amazing components and everything. So I'm definitely going to stop by their booth. Hopefully get that demo that's listed there. And I can tell you more about it once I play. But hey, if there's a rondelle mechanic in it, I'm definitely interested. I love rondelles. I think they are underused in games. I think that's a mechanic that I hope comes back full force. Like rolling rates, rondelles. Let's do it. Oh, hello, Gamer Daddy Live. What's up? Every time I hear In the Hall of the Mountain King, I just end up singing the piece. That's awesome. So I'll definitely have to give you the full rundown of this game once I get the demo and tell you all about it. But dice worker placement, can you really go wrong? Can you really go wrong? No, I don't think so. I love dice. I love worker placement. I love rondelles. I don't think you can go wrong. I think it's going to be fun. All right, Cascadia. Everybody knows that I already love this game. We played it on the stream last week. And I played it last year before the Kickstarter, during the Kickstarter in prototype form. So I've loved it for over a year at this point. So if you haven't checked it out, this would be a really great opportunity if you're going to GenCon to check it out. If you like this kind of game, it's kind of like a relaxing, light, easy to learn kind of game. I definitely consider like the flat out games pretty relaxing. You're trying to puzzle it out in your head, all the different things you're doing. And it's just fun. It has those solid mechanics that I really like. So, Calico, Cascadia, now Verdant, all that. Rondale. Great game, says Kimmy. Indeed. I always think of some redneck named Rondale. Oh my goodness. Rondale. No. All right, Furnace. Furnace, guys. I've had Furnace in my collection for quite a while now because I got the Hobby World edition back when it came out and love it. Love it. I think it's great. This is an engine builder. I played on the stream if you missed it, but played on the stream. Fantastic. I love that Arcane Wonders has picked it up for, US or North American distribution, and now everybody can play it because it's great. It's a weird sort of bidding-ish kind of game where you take your discs one at a time and place them on the different cards. Whoever has the biggest disc will win the card into their tableau for the engine building part of it. But everybody else who didn't win that bid will get a one-time activation action that's on the top of the card. So this game is like super elegant. It's really well done. It works from all the player counts that I can see. It is great. Delden. It is great. I would definitely recommend this. Scott says Furnace was fun. Julie says sounds hot. It's so hot right now. The game, or that it's summertime / almost fall. Things get really heated when outbidding each other. I agree. But the thing is, like, in this game, there's, like, an elegance to it because, like, you don't want to win all the cards. While it's good to get cards into your tableau, it's really good to activate a card for your 3 strength. If somebody has their 4 bid out there and you have your 3 bid out there, well, you don't win the card, but you get 3 times the action at the top of the card. So you're like trying to get those extra actions, just like a one-time thing. You don't necessarily need the card for later use. So you might get a better reward by using your 3 token to get that multiplier of the action. So it's really interesting to see how that all plays out. And it might not be obvious on the first play, but once you play a few times, you can kind of see, okay, I know what I need to do. I know what I want to do. I love that everybody has like a different ability for the game, so you're kind of working towards different things. But I mean, it's fairly simple to learn, and yeah, this is, as I write in the comment, one word, elegant. All the games that I've played, I have my comments in there, so that's interesting. You can read those as we go, I suppose. But I really, really enjoy that one. Definitely recommend it. And it deserves the thumbs. It deserves these thumbs on the side. Lurk. Thanks for the lurk. Scott says, usually better just to lose the bid. Weird but fun. We got Dinosaur Worlds. I've not played it. I want to play it. That's why I have it as a must-have. This is totally a series of games that I really enjoy. I love Dinosaur Island. I love the Roll and Write, or Roar and Write, which is later on this list, I suppose, but this one's more hot. So it's going to be available. So I'm definitely going to have to see about getting that to show everybody. I'm fairly confident this is a game that I will really enjoy. Back when, I think maybe 2016, Dinosaur Island was coming out, or I played the prototype. I fell in love with Dinosaur Island. And so I'm hopeful that this will continue its legacy with more exciting mechanics and everything like that. Honestly, I don't know much about it other than I know I want to play it. Brian Lewis has done some great stuff with this dinosaur world that he's created, and I'm very excited for it. What's the Jurassic Park ideas over the past few years? Well, one is probably an easy IP that's not an IP. Okay, you're creating a dinosaur park. Hey, I honestly love it. I love the theme. I love the theme of dinosaurs. I think, I'd rather have a dinosaur game than a zombie game any day of the week. I don't think it's overdone at this point. I do think that the dinosaur, series that they've created, Pandasaurus, has been really fun. So I'm excited for it. But I mean, if I get to play the Jurassic Park soundtrack every time I play a dinosaur game, I want more dinosaur games. What can I say? I like it. I certainly prefer this to the Arkham horror themes, the vampire themes that have been coming out, just all of that. I prefer the dinosaur theme, but I understand the dinosaurs aren't for everybody, so for me, it doesn't bother me. I guess I don't necessarily get tired of themes. But when I can play a John Williams soundtrack in the background, it makes my day a little bit better. I hope it's better than what was the Dinosaur Island a few years ago. Okay, so you didn't like Dinosaur Island, so maybe you won't like this one. Hard to say. I haven't played it. I can't compare the two. I really liked Dinosaur Island, so I think it was like my game of the year whenever I learned it, or near the top, so. GamerDie says, I don't mind the theme. I think it was Dino Island that I played at BGG-Con a few years ago, and we agreed to stop playing mid-first round. Wow. Okay. Well, it's not for everybody. That's for sure. I've played with people who don't like it as well. For me, I really liked it because I judge a game based on the mechanics, and I was really liking what the mechanics were doing in that game. But I know people had the complaint about the game where it didn't feel, it felt a little disjointed, the mechanics. So if you were feeling that, I've heard that feedback before. And I get it, but I'm not one that needs a theme to line up with mechanics to have a really great time. I don't really need that. So that didn't bother me. So that's why games are great, because everybody has to each their own feelings about things. But yeah, I'm very excited to check this one out, see what it's all about. It says city building and dice rolling. I mean, I love city building, so that's exciting for me. We have Origins First Builders, which I actually have over there to play, and I'm hopeful that I like it best at 2 players. With 3 players, it was kind of chaotic. What is Trey saying? Oh, there we go. Here we go with the raid. You know what, Rainer? You are like right on time. Right on time, Rainer. I was just at Origins First Builders. It's like you knew what I was doing. So I thank you for that. How's it going, Rainer? Are you going to go to GenCon? Obviously, Board and Dice will be at GenCon because you'll be showing off this lovely game. Hey, thanks for subscribing. 13 months. Yay! That's so many months, Rainer. You are awesome. That's crazy. That's crazy. So hopefully you are having a great time. I think you were talking about your schedule during GenCon, so that's exciting. You'll be showing off some games. Oh, okay. So so then what were you doing on your stream? Board and Dice will not be at GenCon, and neither will I. Gamer Daddy says, I cannot believe you've been doing this for 13 plus months. This COVID time really flies by. That's for sure. So Rainer was talking about the GenCon streaming schedule we have planned. Oh, very cool, very cool. I know you've been showing off Origins a lot on your channel, so if you guys are not following Rainer, be sure to follow him just so you can learn all about the Board and Dice news and playthroughs and everything. Rainer is very knowledgeable. He will beat you at these games. He shows no mercy. So I guess it won't be available at GenCon, but it's on the GenCon list, so you're sneaky. Beautiful game, guys. I am excited. I just got it in here, and hopefully Michael and I will get to play it 2-player really soon, and, you know. Oh, Scott says, I think I'll like this one. Oh. Excellent, excellent. Well, I hope you like it. I'm sure Derek or Shrey will have a copy that you can try out, Scott. So, we're all big fans of Board and Dice. we love the Board and Dice family. Origins is officially releasing at GenCon, although logistics, the game will not show up until beginning of October. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. As long as you show it on your live stream schedule, then, you know, it's fine. I'm sorry that logistics and everything is being a butt. That's pretty much typical. But right now, I am going through the list of the GenCon previews that I have as marked as interested and must-haves. I don't have Dinosaur World, but I'm definitely interested in it. And I just wanted to talk about the games I've already played and that I have to play and things like that. So Origins made my list. Scott says, I love a lot of Adam's designs. Oh, cool, cool. Yeah. Rainer says, but Tabanusi and Zapotec are currently on time. Yay! Because that's BGG, right? Both of them? Zapotec is at least BGG, I know that much. And I'm very excited for that. That was a really cool game, and I definitely want to play that again. And I don't know Tabanusi, so that's one that is still, I have yet to play. But As soon as possible, I would like to play it. That's for sure. All of your games, Rainer. Gotta play them. We also have... So right now I'm going down the Hotness. So this is pretty high up there for the Hotness. It has 110 thumbs. There's not many above it. So Arnac, Great Western Trail, Merchants of the Dark Road, Cascadia, Furnace, Dinosaur World, Origins. So you're pretty up there, Raina, right now. So you're doing well, doing well. Let's make a plan. We will, for sure. I would love that. All the games. Now or never. Okay, so Red Raven games. Red Raven games are generally middle of the road for me. I do always like trying them to see if it, like, works better for me than the other games that I've played. The only couple games of Red Ravens that I really enjoy, Sleeping Gods, Islebound's pretty good. I mean, City of Iron was pretty good. I had it on my shelf for a long time. Now or Never looks pretty good. Action drafting, hand management, city building, fantasy, all these things I love. I'm always drawn to his games because of the art. He is a great artist. He's very eye-catching artwork. So I'm always impressed with his skill. Like, just the amount of stuff that he does and produces is pretty amazing. So Gamer Daddy says Ryan is the best. I mean, that's dedication. He's dedicated. It's really cool to see, you know, a huge success story like Ryan. So I don't think I've met him personally before, but you know, I'm still interested in checking all of his games out. But it's one of the situations where I wonder, is he a designer first or is he an artist first? And where's the line? Like, yeah, he definitely has good ideas. But a lot of his games are like almost fantastic, but they're not because they're just not quite there. So that's kind of where I fall, and I'm wondering, you know, but that's just my opinion. A lot of people love his games, and that's awesome, and you know, they should, you know. I just, for me, it's like I always want it to be just slightly different, slightly better to be like, oh yeah, that's like the best. Now, Sleeping Gods is pretty phenomenal, so the amount of stuff in that box is just crazy. I even think it's on this list, so we'll probably talk about it in a minute, but Rainer says, Ryan is an awesome person. And it looks like he doesn't age. Yeah, artist first. Okay, so that's kind of where it's like, the art is, if the art comes first, I think you need to team up with somebody who else is a designer first, and you guys compare and do a game together with the ideas that you come up with, and then I think you might get to that greatness part, you know what I mean? But it's, you know, maybe with more time and more like development and, you know, through the design process of making games, maybe he'll get there on his own. But if you're a designer first, it's kind of like, well, then what about the rest of it? Gamer Daddy says, I do really enjoy most everything he does. And if you just put pictures of his games up with no print, I'm confident I could pick out his games 99 out of 100. I mean, yeah, I think I could too. I'm a very visual person. He has a very distinct art style, which is great. I think that's a really great thing. So yeah, I'm always attracted to his games because of the art, but then the game doesn't really have that sticking content for me. Except for Sleeping Gods. I'm still interested in finishing that out and seeing how that progresses. But in any case, I like to try all of his games. Now or Never looks pretty cool. The Loop. Oh, there's Sleeping Gods right below it. So, yeah, play Sleeping Gods. Let's look at that. The Loop. I don't know much about it other than it was like super hot for a hot minute. It was all over the place for like a minute, and then it kind of disappeared, and now it's back because it's in print from Pandasaurus. So now I actually can try the game. Hey, it's cooperative. There's a cube tower. That's pretty much enough for me to want to try it. Anything with a cube tower is always interesting. Like, did they actually make the cube tower work? Because so many of the cube tower games that I know, it just like... it's kind of like a letdown. Though I still have like Amerigo and Wallenstein. I still have these games, but it's like... I want it to be just a little bit different. And so now I'm curious how the loop presents that in a game. In any case, it's on my list. People seem to like it. Sleeping Gods, amazing. The new Horrified, obviously I want it. It says just demo, so I assume that it's Horrified with just different characters. And then I'm also wondering if you can mix and match the characters for the games, like the maps, the characters, the everythings. Probably not. It's probably a standalone because it doesn't say expansion. So I don't know much about it other than Horrified, which I quite enjoy. And now it makes me wonder, like, okay, I don't have the miniatures for this Horrified game. Do I need to go out and get them? And by miniatures, I mean the little Funko figures that are amazing. But yeah, I mean, more Horrified is probably great. I mean, I really like Horrified anyway. We got Glass Road. Obviously, Glass Road is amazing. And if you haven't played it, do it. Just play it. I know this game has always been like around, but maybe hard to find at some points, and you know, but now that Capstone is releasing it, it's going to be available. So good. It's so good. It's hard to argue with this. I really love Glass Road, but I'm a huge Uwe Rosenberg fan, so there's that. Most people know. Maglev Metro. I haven't yet played this one from Bezier Games. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews, but it hasn't put me off the game yet. I'm still interested in trying it. Yeah, but I mean, it is trains and network building. I'm not sure I will love it, but I am sure that I should try it. Probably, like, if I found it used or whatever, I probably wouldn't end up keeping it after playing it. I have that feeling that I won't love it. Yeah, but I still want to try it. I like, you know, Ted's games in general. So it's good to try things. Scott says, Tech Tree is amazing. The rest of it is meh. Oh, there's a tech tree? I love tech trees. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Well, it's good to know that there's an aspect of it that I am interested in. That does pique my interest a little bit more. So there's that. Alright. We got Return to Dock Tower. I'm surprised this doesn't have more thumbs. I mean, isn't this, like, gonna be, like, amazing? Like, this is supposed to be amazing. I remember when this was in prototype form a few years ago, everybody played it in prototype form, where it's like raving about it. Like, they were loving it. I didn't get to play it in prototype form, but you know, it looked really cool. Whatever their this huge tower thing was, it looked really cool. So obviously, it's Restoration Games. I haven't played the original, but people seem to have that connection to the original one. So, you know, it's probably great. It's probably great. I definitely want to play it. If there's a demo available, I'll try and play it. Try and take pictures of it. All that jazz. I'll do a full GenCon write-up. Luna Capital, everybody. Really cool game. They sent it to me without telling me about the embargo, so I played it really fast as soon as it showed up. And then I showed it on stream as soon as it, like, the next night. And then I got contacted. You weren't supposed to post any content. I was like, sorry. So it's one of those, like, oops, nobody told me. But that was my bad. In any case, now I could talk about it, and now it's going to be available from Devere. And it's great. I mean, it's super cool. You are, like, drafting tiles to add to your capital on the moon, and you're trying to form all these different clusters and sets and all the cool things. It's totally my type of game. So, you know, placing things to your own personal tableau, building up a city, getting all the tiles you want, all these different things. I think it will work for a lot of people. Works for me. Has a lot of things I like. No take that kind of thing. So, you know, look. Card drafting, tile placement, city building. What is not to love? Obviously. And since I played it on the stream, a lot of you probably remember seeing it. And if not, you can check out the YouTubes. Gamer Die says, I do enjoy all of those mechanics. Exactly. Oh my goodness. Obviously the Koro. This should be higher on the list, in my opinion. We played this last night on the stream. It's awesome. It's really fun. It is definitely, so it's in the yellow expert line of games, which I guess is a new thing because they didn't have an expert line last I looked, but now they have an expert line. It is definitely for the yellow audience an expert title. Now, if you're comparing it to like a game like Arkwright, it's not expert level. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, it's definitely a lot lighter than that. Yes. Engine building, tech tree, worker placement. Fun. This is true. So with this game, it is a lighter Civ game, but it's not lighter in the fact that you aren't getting the full Civ feeling because, you know, I feel very complete once I play this game. I feel like I've done what I've come to do. I've advanced where I wanted to advance. I get to do the actions I want to do. I don't feel cheated out of, like, a lot of it. So that's really a good feeling. You get to start with your own Civ at the beginning of the game, which has different, like, advancements that you can do, different powers that you gain. And so there is a little bit of setup variability there, and it's really cool. So if you're interested in that, it's on my VOD from last night. You can check it out. It's so good. I really, really enjoy this. I think it will be a big hit for a lot of people. Now, I don't think it scratches the same itch as, say, Nations, which is just like, I mean, Nations is a 10 out of 10 for me. I love Nations. Nations is, like, phenomenal. It's a phenomenal Civ game. I love it very much. Quora is a very good light Civ game. It's better than, say, Civilization New Dawn, for example. I think it does a better job than that one. And you're not exploring a map or anything. It's more of an abstract Civ kind of game. So it's really cool. Definitely recommended. Next up is Galaxy Trucker. Michael.
What?
What? I hear Michael coming down the stairs.
What?
I'm talking.
Hi. Small friend.
Yep.
He's as big as you.
Yep. Hi, Michael.
Hello.
I'm running down the list. The GenCon's list.
I see that.
I just talked about Quora. Any thoughts for the people?
I like it.
Yeah, I know you like it.
Yeah.
Any other, like, redeeming thoughts?
The only other thought I have is that the Civilization games by the Sid Meier boxed games here are vastly inferior to the real Civilization game.
No. It's fine. Alright, so Galaxy Trucker, the new edition. Hey, I've played it. It's very, very much like Galaxy Trucker. There are a few slight changes that you can play with. And the board of moving around, where your ships are moving, is smaller. So there's actually a chance of lapping somebody, which I did, and that was exciting. But basically, instead of having a pretty ship at the end of the round, you can choose to set awards to people. The first round will set the awards, and then you're going to try and maintain those awards to get bonus points. Scott and I played at the gathering. We really liked it. As you can see, he says, #1, kapow. We really like Galaxy Trucker. Always fun to draft tiles and place tiles and make your ship pretty. Well, I like to make the ship pretty. Scott had all of his ship pieces all over the place. I don't even know. I can't do that. It's not in my blood to have just like pieces like hanging off the side of the ship. I just can't do it. But I have to say, I don't know if you need to upgrade your Galaxy Trucker for this new edition, but it is nice. It has folding boards, which is nice. Contents are nice. It's basically the same thing that you know and love already. Yeah, ship. Huh? Oh my goodness. Oh no, that's not what I was saying. But in any case, always fun playing Galaxy Trucker. And if you haven't played Galaxy Trucker, this is a great opportunity to get it played. Do it. Here we have Dinosaur Island Raw and Right. I got to play this when it was in prototype last year. It was a prototype on TTS/print and play, and it was rough. It was a rough experience. However, the game is very solid. I think it was rough because, Brian, who was teaching the game, just didn't know how to teach it. Maybe he's only played with people who know how to play, but he was not a good teacher at his game. So I had 1,000 questions during the playthrough, and I just wasn't really understanding the concepts of what I was doing until like the end of the game, where I was like, okay, click, it all worked out, and I made it work. In any case, I was really impressed with the game because I liked what it was doing, and I'm excited to see the finished product because I think it's a really solid game. So, getting all that into a rule book with a nice layout would be preferable to learning it from the man himself, Brian Lewis. But I had a great time with it when I did play it, and I've been looking forward to it for a while. I'll give it a thumbs up. More Unmatched is fun. Volume 2, I guess. It's a demo. It's not yet available. I've been enjoying the Unmatched games that I've been playing, so I would be willing to see, what else is coming out with this series. I don't think anything can beat the Goblin Frog game, though. So if you're interested in getting to the Unmatched universe, Goblin Frog was just so great because the themes are so good. More Jekyll and Hyde. If you don't want dinosaurs, more Jekyll and Hyde themes. That's what I have to say. All right, brew I wanted to touch on. This one will work for the right group. It is super mean. It's super cutthroat. There's a huge advantage going last. So you want to do everything in your power to take that last turn and have the final say. And it's fairly abstract because you're moving these dice in these forest areas, trying to gain majorities each round. And there's a lot of ways to manipulate these dice, and it's pretty brutal. And 2 players is rough. So you have to be into that type of game, and I know people are. It's just really a little bit confrontational for me. So for me, it doesn't work as well. The game is solid. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the game. It's just, mean. It's just a mean game. Hey, Weirdnin. We have Juicy Fruits. Played this on the stream. I've played it now like 4 times, that's a lot of plays for a game. I don't get to play repeats of games very frequently, so the fact that I've played this 4 times is saying a lot. I think it's a really solid game. I don't think that there's like anything outstanding with this game. I like what it's doing. I like pushing the tiles around, collecting resources. I like fulfilling orders for the boats and working your way in the juice factory and collecting market stand items and stuff. I think there's a lot to do. However, I don't think that there's enough like in the way of replayability going on. Like after the 4 plays, I mean, I feel like I've seen it all. I feel like there's just not the extra thing to keep me coming back wanting more, though I'm happy to play it again. If somebody's like, oh, Juicy Fruits, I'd be like, yeah, sure, let's play. I have no problem with that. I think it's a good game. So it's just more of, does it have legs in the longevity of things? We'll see. I mean, I'm sure I would still be happy to play it in years' time. I think that, I'm not trying to say, it's like, okay, so Quadropolis has been out for a while now, and I kind of put them on the same weight, but if you're going to hold the 2 up, it's like, I'd much rather play Quadropolis over Juicy Fruits. I think there's a lot more interesting choices in Quadropolis. So that's kind of where I'm comparing the 2. They're not like the same in mechanics, but it's like, it kind of gives me the similar like weight and feeling. The fruit bits are outstandingly silly. I love the bits. I mean, the bits in this game are huge and fun, and the game is vibrant and colorful. I do think it's a solid game. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth trying. Clash of Cultures, Monumental Edition. I'm very excited about this game. Okay, so I actually don't know what they've changed from this edition to the previous edition. I definitely want to play it and find out. I quite enjoyed Clash of Cultures. But after the last play, many, many years ago, I wrote off Clash of Cultures never to play again. I was never going to play it again after that last play. And I just remember just in between my turns, all the chaos, 10 minutes between my turns. Like, it's too much time for in between my turns. 10 minutes is too long for me. And that was a constant thing throughout the game, especially at the end of the game. I don't think I'll ever play it 4-player again. So I'm not writing off Clash of Cultures. I think it has a lot of really cool things that are going on in the game. However, that was that game that I played many years ago just basically ruined me. I still remember it. like so it's like it has that like spot in my brain, like don't play that anymore. So I'm wondering if there's any changes to this edition and all that. So that's just it, Gamer Daddy. I have yet to play this new edition, but I want to play it, and I don't know. I can't compare them because I haven't played this one yet. So I'm hopeful that there are really good changes. I don't think I will play it 4 players just because of the experience I had with the original one, that last experience I had playing. But 2-player, I think will work really great. Oh, please play and let me know. Okay. I do plan to play it soon. And if I don't rage quit because I hate the game so much, it will likely get played on the stream as well. So I think I'm excited. The game is a solid game. I like what Clash of Cultures does generally. I like what it's doing. I like how you advance in your tech trees. So, provided they haven't changed too much, I'm really hopeful for this new edition. I'm very hopeful. 3 players is probably good. Well, so the problem with 3 players is that you can run into the situation where 2 people are ganging up on each other, and then the third person kind of turtles and wins the game. And I find that happening a lot with games like Eclipse or big Civ games like Civilization, Sid Meier's, and stuff like that. So I don't generally shoot for 3 players. So I'd probably choose to play it as a 2-player or 4-player game, just because of that. True, you want a game of Clash. Oh wait, yeah. So that's my main concern with playing big games like this with 3 players, because if 2 people gang up on each other, they basically take each other out of the running, and the other person will win. And I'm still looking for a game that will fix that, but I'm not sure. Right now, I haven't really found one that I can think of. We got the Cosmic Frogs. This game is wacky. It's really weird. There's a lot to take that. There's a lot of, ganging up on people, area control, eating them. It's really weird being a big frog god. I mean, the theme is like far out there. It's like way super out there. Definitely will work for the right groups. For me, it did not work. It's just too much. Take that. Like, you have to be attacking and defending as much as you can in this game to gain any sort of lead on the other players. And for the most part, you're trying to eat this land and then collect the land on your board. But then people are trying to attack you and take your land from your gullet. It's just it's super weird. Definitely glad to have played it. I know that Devious Weasel will be at GenCon. He's got cool posters for sale and everything. So if you dig the art, you're going to GenCon, you can get posters and they look really cool. I mean, I love the art. The art is weird, and I can really appreciate that, which is what drew me to the game to begin with. What is this game? It's so weird. So yeah, there's Cosmic Frog. Okay, Savannah Park. This is a must-have. I have not played it, but the new Kramer and Keysling game. Obviously, I have to play it. Definitely want to play it. Yeah, this is definitely a must-have. Right now, that makes 2 games in my must-haves, 3 games. It doesn't matter if Kramer and Keysling's name is on the box. I definitely want to play it. That's the extent of my wanting to play this game. But it says pattern building, score and reset game, animal puzzles. That's all awesome. How could I not be excited? Obviously want to play it. Then we have Alien. Played this. Can't say I recommend it. However, I played it with 5 people. It was really terrible with 5 people. It was really, really terrible. Now, if you play with more people, fewer people, 2 people, then we're talking. Then I'm thinking the game will at least be playable with 2. Because you'll alternate taking turns, and then you'll have a chance at doing something before the alien totally destroys your face. And a lot of people were, in the game were complaining that it wasn't as thematic to the movie as, say, Nemesis. But yeah, so after playing several games of Nemesis at this point, Alien is so much lower. This game is just why would you even play this? They are very different, I suppose, but it's just yeah, it just didn't work for me. If you look in the forums for this, it's tons of people doing house rules, tons of new variations on the gameplay. I mean, the game just doesn't seem developed. So, yeah. We got Suburbia. There's a new second edition of Suburbia. Beautiful tiles and the expansion to go along with it. Fantastic. I have it on my couch. I've played it solo now, but I was hoping Michael and I could play it so we could do it. We could play it again on stream. This is a game that I've always loved since I first played it back in 2012. It's been that long. Oh my god. So, Suburbia. Fantastic. I love this game. I will always play this game. Somebody want to play for Suburbia? I'll be like, yes, let's play it. Please. So I'm happy to see it's getting a facelift. I'm happy to see it showing back up. Maybe people will want to play it more. So all these things make me excited. Gamer Daddy says, one of my favorites, with reason, because it is great. It's really great. I actually do own this. I don't know why it says previously owned, but I did previously own it, and I own it. I still own it, and so I still own it, and I have the collector's edition. I have 2 copies of this game. Anyway, I love it. Machikoro 2, I'm undecided on it. I'm really not a fan of Machikoro. I'm curious as to what Machikoro actually does to either improve the first one, or is it just all new building cards? I'm not even sure what really Machikoro 2 is, but, I would try it. That's why I'm undecided on it. It's one of those, I would try it. I'm not, psyched about it or anything. I'm really not a big Machikoro fan. Then we got a D8 or D10 added instead of a D6. I actually don't know. Could be. It just says dice rolling. Veteran players will notice some big changes under the new zoning laws. Players receive a limited budget to choose their own starting establishments. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, that's good. I like that people will have a very variable setup. That's for sure. Yeah, of course. Good to play with younger kids. That's fine. That's great. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying I just generally don't have a whole lot of fun playing it. That's all. Rocket Man. New Martin Wallace game. I always have to go into the Martin Wallace games with probably not gonna be good, right? However, I still like trying him because he does have interesting ideas, but a lot of things haven't worked, especially in his recent games, that I just haven't enjoyed. But I am interested in this one. It has a lot of things that I like listed as mechanics. Card drafting, I love. Deck bag, pool building, I love. Economic, I love. So all these things I really enjoy. Dan said I probably wouldn't like it, so that gives me reason to hesitate and pause. However, it's still on my want to play list. Matt says, I was excited when I saw the description, then I looked at the game components and moved it to not interested. Yeah, but see, I don't judge a game based on components. I judge a game based on mechanics first. It is helpful if the game has nice components, that's for sure. I've already been warned about this one, so it's kind of on the back of my mind, okay, I do want to try it if presented with the opportunity. So we'll see. It's one that I'm, interested in. All right. Vivid Memories. Anything Floodgate, I want to play. They make quality games. A game of collecting and connecting memories. Sounds interesting. Drafting, network and route building. So we'll see. Abstract strategy. I'm sure it's good. I'll play it and find out. Matt says, yep, that's why we're very different. I care almost nothing about mechanics as long as they are playable and not overdone. I'm good. That's interesting. So that makes me wonder, Matt, are there no mechanics that you're just put off by? Like, you just play whatever? It doesn't matter if there's a hidden traitor or social deduction. It doesn't matter. Just, like, how does none of that matter to you? I mean, that's great if you're really that flexible with what you play, but man, I wish I was that flexible. I try to be, but some things just can't do it. Witchstone, R&R games looks really cool. Again, card drafting is always something I enjoy. Rhinoknizia obviously calls my attention, so yeah, gotta play it. What's this? Okay, the Stuff of Legend. All right, I put it on the list because it's cooperative. Now, things to worry about, 3 to 6 players, that means it's unlikely to get played. Like, that is not a good sign for me. Looks like it's coming out next year. There's a demo available. I mean, I'm attracted to this artwork here and that it's cooperative adventure. So, you know, who knows? I don't know much about it. You would like to try Witchstone, Dr. Sign. Yeah, I got it too. I got it. Toy Story meets Monsters, Inc. in a board game. Well, I thought that was like Stuffed Fables. Was that Stuffed? Yeah, Stuffed Fables. The Plaid Hat game. The storybook. The toys come to life. So maybe they're trying to mimic that. I'm not really sure. Matt says, oh yeah, there's a lot of game genres that don't trip my trigger for sure. I hate abstract strategy, not into dexterity. Hidden roles and social deductions aren't usually for me. I like theme and prefer lighter to heavier games, especially if I have to teach it. I have games with great mechanics and even a few very heavy games, but not many. The designer of this also designed a Civ you like, Kevin. I mean, I know Kevin. I mean, I at least know him on social media. Oh, he did Sid Meier's Civ. I did not know that. So he must have worked at Fantasy Flight. That would make sense. He was one of the Beach Boys. Got you. All right, and a game I played recently, Dice Miner. Love it. I think it's a really cool game. It's super light. You're not going to make some critical choices in this game. This is a feel-good, kind of push-your-luck type of game, used as like a filler. You're drafting dice into your dice pool. Every round you'll roll your dice pool after scoring the dice that you drafted. And then you'll start a new round. You'll draft more dice to your dice pool. Score your dice pool again. And so you're using these dice By the end, you have all these dice, and you're like, oh my god, so exciting. At least in the game that we played, it was the huge Kickstarter edition. There was like 1 million characters to play with. Everybody has a unique ability. So this one was solid game. It's going on the wish list. I mean, I don't think it will be like, I don't think it'll be in my top 10 favorite of the year, but it's still pretty good, and it's worthy of being in my collection. So I will look at that for sure. I saw them play Dice Miner on game night last week. Not for me. I'd play it, but don't need to own it. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Another filler that I would like to try is Trails. Obviously, I'm a big fan of parks, and I want to see, what Henry brings to the table with this game. I think it'll be obviously different. It'll be a different type of game, but it looks like you're still fulfilling contracts. There's a modular board. I mean, I think it will be a really cool game. So at a 20 MSRP, that seems really like an instant game to get. This is definitely interested in trying that at least. Yeah. I don't think it will be just like Parks, but I think it will, obviously it has the same look and feel as Parks. All right, Mind Management. This is probably my biggest regret for not playing this at the Gathering a few weeks ago. I really wanted to play. I mentioned it several times that this was a game I wanted to play. I love hidden movement games. I think they are always very interesting, and if it has any sort of similar feeling to Whitechapel, this is easily a game that I definitely want. I don't know much about it really. I mean, I haven't looked that into it, but hidden movement is always fun. I haven't played a hidden movement game that I just hated yet. So I think it's fun, War of the Ring is always just like, it's so intense. Letters from Whitechapel is always so intense. I love it. I love, love, love Whitechapel. That is a game I wish I played more, for sure. So I do regret not playing this at the Gathering a few weeks ago, because I did see it, a couple copies there. I just missed out because I ran out of time, but I want to play it. Here we have a new Richard Garfield game called The Hunger. I know nothing about it. I mean, I am hesitant because it says player elimination as part of the mechanics. Makes me wonder if 2 players probably the best player count, or is it going to be the worst player count because you're not interacting enough with more people? I don't know. There's definitely, it gives me a reason to pause, but it's also exciting because I like Richard Garfield games in general. So I want to play it. And Renegade always has interesting art and choices that they make. So, it's on my radar. Matt says, I don't know anything about The Hunger. I like the description, but I don't see any components, so I have a lot of questions about it. It's in my 11 to 16 range. I just outside of the top 10 on your list. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Icky. Oh, is this? This is... Huh. That's Icky. Oh my god, I didn't even think about it until I just said it out loud. I'm like, wait, I've played Icky. And no, yeah, there, of course, it's right here. That is amazing. I didn't even notice that they were doing a second edition of Icky. Wow. Okay, it's been a long time since I played this. I had it for a while, obviously. You see it's previously owned. I wonder if they changed anything. Now I want to do a little bit more research to see if they changed anything, to see if the editions are actually different, and if they listen to my advice. So, it's been a while since I played it. I don't remember the details on it, but yeah, if it's on demo or even for sale at GenCon, I'm definitely gonna go look and check it out. Shrey says, in quotes, "We have been working on the game for more than a year. New art, improved ergonomics, and some rule modifications, mainly 2 players, which will be revealed in the next weeks." Well, that is really, really cool. So, yes. That's cool. Yeah. Dr. Sign says, nice. My Melody says, cool. Yeah, I mean, I liked Icky enough, and I would play it again. I wanted to play it again. I would play it again. The fact that they updated it makes it really great, and yeah, this is definitely something to look for sure. Icky. All right, Kabuto Sumo. I've kind of talked about this a lot recently. It's just not good. I have to warn people that you know, don't get your hopes up for this one. Dr. Sign. Dr. Sign. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. You know what? If it works for the designer, Tony, and his kid, that's great. I'm happy for them. I just don't see it being very fun, even for kids. So, it's really, really about the dullest thing ever. And I was just like, there came a point in our game where I'm just like, can you just kill me off the thing and then we can end this? I was ready to flip the table. I'm not even kidding. I was just like, this is just I don't know. I don't get why there's been so much love for this. If you're on social media, you've probably seen people talk and love about it, and I'm just like, I really don't get it. So I guess you have to just make the choice for yourself if that's something you want. But I wouldn't even call it dexterity, even though I guess it is, because you're actually moving something. You're moving discs, but you're not flicking discs. You're not having fun with that. You're not tossing discs. You're not having fun with that. You know, you're not doing the fun dexterity. This is just and hopefully something falls off. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. The Night Cage. Honestly, not a big fan of the box cover. If I was just looking at the box cover, I'd be like, not for me. But then I did some more reading about it, and you know what? Maybe it's cool. It's cooperative. That's a positive in my book. You're moving through a maze. That could be interesting. Anyway, I don't know much about it other than it could be cool. So I definitely want to look at it, see what I think after, I hear the little spiel at Gen Con. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously, they're not promoting it much because nobody's really giving it some love. So I'm not sure if anybody even really knows it exists. But, Matt says, oh, I know you didn't like Kabuto Sumo, but I saw 3 positive reviews about it. I'm still excited about it. All right, let me know, Matt, when you buy it and you get it, and you tell me what you think and see if you like it. And I hope you like it. I really do. I really hope people find enjoyment with that game. Matt also says, I really want to try the Night Cage. It's my number 6. I love the stark, dark art. Legends has played the Night Cage Time Roller. Did he say what he thought? Yeah, I mean, it... Horror-themed tile placement game that traps 1 to 5 lost souls within an unnatural labyrinth of eternal darkness. To win, players must each collect a key, find a gate, and escape as a group. Seems legit. Would be great for Halloween. Yeah, I agree. It's a cool idea. I love that it's cooperative, especially from Smirk and Dagger, which is actually Smirk and Laughter, which is why it's co-op. It's under the laughing and fun working together. The Dagger is the betray people, and I'm not as into the Smirk and Dagger games as I am as the Smirk and Laughter. So even though you don't really get Smirk and Laughter from the cover of this board, the board game. I'm not sure anyone knows it exists. Why are you describing my love life? I didn't mean to. Biscuit. But yeah, I do think this one's kind of like... I haven't heard anything about this game, so it's definitely have to find out more about that. We got the expansion to Super Scale Pinball, Ramp It Up. Ramp It Up. Oh, here's a couple expansions. And the Clank expansion. Clank and Spurs. Basically, more pinball is great. Oh, what did I do? Oops. I broke it. Rawr. No, Steph. Alright. Try this again. Alright. Quick recap. Okay, so... yeah, I mean, obviously I really enjoyed the Super Scale Pinball. I still have it. I would like to play it more. I would like to play it with... It's Bingo? Oh, it's a standalone game. Alright. Sequel. Well, that's cool. Even more reason to play it. Even more reason. Cool. High roller heist. I like that. Cool. And more Clank in Space. I have Clank in Space, and more expansions for it is great. I don't have Clank anymore, the regular Clank, so more Clank in Space is good for me. And 6 modules with new rules to expand Clank. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. Which BGG list is this? This is... This is... I think it's this. Right now we're looking at the list that I put together, which is, I went through, there's like 188 on the list right now, and I went through and highlighted my must-haves, my interesteds, my undecideds, and I put them into this list, and I sorted it by most popular. Streaming on a Monday? Madness. Yeah, I'm streaming on a Monday. I'm going down the GenCon preview list that I kind of put together today. You just missed it, Dan. We talked about Kabuto Sumo again. Well, so this list has all the games I've played and all the games I'm interested in checking out at GenCon. And so I can give some insight to some of the things. Dan. Oi. Here we have 10 Alderac Entertainment Group, Push your luck. Auction. I am always up to trying an auction game. So, yeah. Look how colorful it is. Obviously, I want to play it. Obviously. No, Dan, I have. On my list, I narrowed it down to 105 games. And so, most of them I've played. There's like maybe 5 gotta-haves that I haven't played that I want. So I've played most of these, yes. Matt says, I'm not even going to Gen Con, but it's a nice list of games that have recently come out or are coming out soon or will come out next year. So it's fun. Of course. Of course. So that looks like a cute little whatever kind of filler card game that I want to play. For sure. We got Maze Escape. I really like the Maze Escape series of games. If you haven't tried them and you play solo games, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. You move your little stylus around trying to go collect the items in the maze and then escape the maze and just try and do that in as little time as possible. It's really challenging. And I've only played the first couple of levels, and it's a really, really cool series of games. Dan says, I did the intro one. It was cool. Yeah, Matt, if you do solo games, then yeah, you should definitely check this game out. For $10, it's worth it. It's worth it. I think it's worth it for any collection, honestly. I think it's really cool. And I will play them. I will do it. All of them. Sort of like Friedman's Mazes, but more elaborate. I don't think I've played Friedman's Mazes, so I can't compare. We've got Lizard Wizard, Glenn Drover, and Forbidden Games. I'd go into this one cautiously. I mean, you know, Raccoon Tycoon wasn't one of my favorites, but it wasn't bad. But, you know, I definitely want to see how this one is different from, you know, Raccoon Tycoon or the other one, the train game. But, you know, your kids liked Raccoon Tycoon? Yeah, I mean, a lot of people really like Raccoon Tycoon, so that's good. Matt says, Lizard Wizard made my interest list, but probably in the 20s. Okay. So that scheduled release is September, so I'm guessing it's not making it to Gen Con if it's not listed with the price. But, you know, I'll probably end up playing it, and I'll give you the rundown once I do. Oh, this one I'm very excited about because Mosaic, A Story of Civilization. I really, really want to play this. This has my interest more so than Lizard Wizard. Card drafting, engine building, civilization game. I liked the art, but didn't like RT. Oh, Raccoon Tycoon play. Gotcha. I think you're talking about Lizard Wizard. So, I don't know. Many people have probably maybe played Age of Empires 3. I would think a lot of people have, but then again, maybe not. I don't know. It's probably before a lot of new gamers' time, I guess. I don't know. It's weird to think that, but I really enjoy that game, and I still have it. That is one that I would love to get back to the table really soon. But, you know, Glenn did that. So, I think he kind of knows his Civ games. Obviously, this is a bigger game than his other stuff recently, which I think I'm more excited about this one. This I would love to get a demo of this. This is... I would even say this is, like, high on my list. I'm surprised it doesn't have more thumbs, but then again, I think maybe not a lot of people have played Age of Empires 3. I mean, Matt, you'd probably like Raccoon Tycoon. To be fair, you'd probably like it. So yeah, this is something I would love to get a demo. So if I see Glenn there, I will. Maybe I can do that. I'm only going to GenCon on Thursday and Friday, so my time is very limited. But if he's willing to show me after the vendor hall closes on Thursday, that is one that is high on my list of games I would like to try. Not a huge auction mechanic fan, though. Yeah, I don't know why. Why don't people like the auction mechanic? I love the auction mechanic. I blame Dan, I think. I think I like it because Dan likes it. And he probably made me play so many auction games that I'm like, I like auction games. So I've always enjoyed auction games. I don't know. So more auction games I think is a good idea. That and Rondell. Alright, here we got the expansion to Paris, the City of Lights, or Lumiere, or whatever. I really like this game. Michael didn't like it. It's very abstract. I think it has a lot going on, though. I think there's more to it than just abstract tile placement. So obviously I'm interested in the expansion for this. What if you had an auction on a Rondell? I think that'd be great. I think that'd be really great, Dan. I think that'd be great. Let's do it. Let's make a game. Let's make a game, Dan. You and I will make the best auction game, Dan. So, yes, I'm interested in this. That actually gave you an idea. Awesome. Okay, get on that. I'll help. Alright, so the next is Mayscape. Why is this one lower than the other one? That's annoying. Why aren't they together? People are more interested in... I forget. Ariadne. I forget how to say it. I don't get why. To be honest, the Labyrinthos is more interesting of the two games. So I don't know why this one is lower on the list. So if you're going to get one of them, this is the one I recommend. But you might as well just get both of them. They're so cheap anyway. Just do it. Just do it. Do it. Alright, hey, Rift Force. This is actually in alpha on BGA. I want to play it. It's for 2 players. I'm wondering if it's a... I don't really know. I don't really know what to expect. Maybe I should try it on Board Game Arena and then see. But area movement, card drafting, card game. It's probably like move 3, attack for 1. Move, it's probably like that type of game. But so maybe it's not as great. I have no idea though. I don't know much about it. But I suppose you will get to know if you're playing on Board Game Arena. Maybe everybody already has Labyrinthos. Yeah, it's possible. Doesn't mean you can't give it a thumbs up. 210 common. I can't say things. Everybody knows I can't say titles very well at all. Let's just say the Tut game. Hey, we've played this on the stream. Dan, you are here for that. Go watch it. Go watch the video if you haven't seen us play it. This is a cool game. The production is outstanding. It's kind of a push your luck because you're kind of moving out in your boat collecting resources. It's a set collection game, but you want to get your sets, so depending on how far you move, you might lose out on a whole bunch of other things. But they actually added in a few mechanics, which I actually think is a vast improvement over the original. So, yes, I definitely like this one more than the original. And it's definitely worth trying. Really nice game. Yes, I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Kohaku. Wait a minute. Didn't this already come out, or is this not yet released? It says release date Q4. I really thought. I really thought this was already released. In any case, I have a copy. Maybe it got delivered to backers and the actual game isn't for sale until Q4. I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure all of the Kickstarters got their copies. It's an amazing production tile placement. Matt, you might actually really like this one if you haven't looked into it more. It's a set collection tile laying game where you're building out your little like area of score tiles and koi fish. It's really nice. It's a nice game. It's solid. I recommend it, especially if all of the games come with the quality tiles that it has. It's really nice. I actually like Danny Devine's work. He's done some interesting games, like Topiary. I don't know if anybody remembers Topiary. I still have it on my shelf. I really like it. And he did the card game. The heck was that card game? Oh, he's done Sprawlopolis and Circle of Wagons. Nice. Yeah, he's done a lot. Oh, I haven't played that one. Must have been thinking about. But yeah. Anyway, he does good stuff. It's cute. It's good. I like it. $1 Million Script. Alright, this game, you need the right crowd. You really need the right crowd. So, and you really need a big group of people also to collaborate, to story tell, to get, movie development and your ideas going on. There's just a lot of... It's more of a storytelling game than a party game. You have to be able to pitch your movie ideas using a set of requirements, I guess. And I'm not creative in that sense. I can't just think up of ideas on the spot. Like, I don't have that kind of creative energy in me. So this one, wasn't great for me. Well, you can play 3 to 10 players. We played with 4 players. It was not good. You need one person to be the director, judging the performances, the critiquing the pitches, and then you need teams of like 3. So I would say the ideal number is probably 7 for this game. Yeah, 3, 5, 7. Those are probably the accurate numbers, and anything above that just doesn't matter. One team will have an extra, or you can have 3 teams, but it's like it's too much. It's just too much. It will work for the right crowd. For me, it's just like not my jam. Camelot off season. I don't know what this is. It says 3 to 5 players. So you're bidding to select goods from the market. Wow, this is like totally different. It's a totally different game. Push your luck, though. So this little thing here says, can you stack the camels in your caravan with goods without making them topple? It makes me think dexterity, but then it doesn't say dexterity down here. And this didn't really imply dexterity, but I didn't really read it really carefully. So I'm just like, I'm a little confused. However, I'm definitely interested. Definitely not Camel Up 2. They made it clear in the videos I watched earlier today. It's a different game in the Camel Up world. Okay. That's interesting. I don't own Camel Up anymore, but actually I don't think I've ever owned it. I've never owned it. But, I'm interested in this, especially if there's an auction in it. That makes it interesting. I like that. Cutterland I've played. I like using scissors in games. I think it's interesting. I think, does it... What's the other one? Clipper Park or Park... I forget. The Renegade game with scissors. The Renegade one is simpler than this one. This one, you're trying to cut out monsters to make your own little grid of the land, and you're trying to beat the other players with what they're doing to have majorities in the different categories. So this one is a lot more like in depth of what you're doing and cutting out of your sheet. So I think that's good, but it's also, it's probably a little bit more challenging, and it's a little bit longer, which is also there's goods and there's bad sides to both of the games. I still have this one on the shelf, so it's one of those, like, I should probably play it again, but there's about 1 million games. It's good to see that it's making its way to other people, so maybe we can see it show up around. Matt says, I hated this one. It was pretty ugly in my opinion. I didn't get it. I don't think it's ugly, but I mean, I've seen a lot more ugly, I suppose. Another game my kids like that I cannot stand. Wow. So we're still on, I guess maybe we're still on Camelot, but Dan says the Camelot game is not dexterity. Whoever it entered the tagline must be German and chose the wrong word. Yeah, that's probably more accurate, because I was wondering, I'm like, it sounds like a dexterity game, but then there's nothing in the description saying it was dexterity, so, who knows? Until I play it, I don't know. If you put more than the limit on a camel, you lose them. Oh. Okay. So you can't carry more goods than you can carry. Easy enough. It's push your luck, probably topple figuratively. If you push too much of your goods, topple in the middle of the game, not in real life. Okay. Maybe. It's still a stretch, and I'm sure that there's probably a better tagline for it. The Rocketeer, Fate of the Future. I don't know. Funko Games, Prospero Hall has been making some good stuff recently, so that's the only reason why it's on the list. Obviously, the artwork is very attractive. I think it's a really nice looking cover there. I don't know if I saw the movie. I don't remember. It kind of looks familiar, but I'm not sure I actually saw it. I think it's just Funko and Ravensburger who are bringing all these, like, old IPs. They probably all went to the IP convention and were like, hey, we got these IPs up for grabs. Who wants to make content and stuff and merchandise and all these things for these IPs? And so everybody comes out with, the Back to the Future. Everybody comes out with Fast and the Furious. Everybody comes out with whatever it is. So there's, like, all the IPs are, like, up for grabs, and then they can start making content for it. Mediocre 30-year-old IPs. Gargoyles, I would try it. It's on. It was at the gathering. I didn't get the chance to play it. I really don't know what to expect, especially after the Alien game, which was just not great. So I have more faith in the Funko Prospero Hall duo than I do with Ravensburger coming out with these same quality games. The Prospero Hall seems to have their refinement better. So I would trust Prospero Hall a little bit over the Ravensburger. But they have the Disney IP things, so you know, I mean, Villainous people still love it and they still make content for it. So, I'm sure they're still going to do that. Yeah, they're coming out of the word work right now. I hope fans will love them, but so far they haven't hit the one I need. That's fair. Dive, it looked pretty cool. I didn't really look into it that much. Action points, program movement, exploration. Who knows? I saw it being played a few different channels, but I never really sat to look at it. But it looks really pretty. I mean, who knows? Hopefully I will get to check it out at GenCon and see more about it. Time Roller. Alright, okay, Time Roller says I have it, I like it, but there's issues with being able to see it well enough. Are you talking about Dive or Gargoyles or Rocketeer? Matt says they played Gargoyles on game night. It's a bit too light for me. And that's saying something. Not sure who it's for. Kids today don't know Gargoyles, and adults will find the game paper thin. It's probably a fair comment. Matt says, I love the components in Dive. Those clear water tiles look neat. It's number 10 for your list. Okay. Tyrell says, yeah, Dive has clear cards, and you look down through them to see how deep the fish are. I mean, it sounds interesting. It sounds like a different type of mechanic, so, you know, it could be really cool to try. I'm not saying that, you know, it's going to be something deep and meaningful here, but you never know until I play. I'm glad that you own it and seem to like it well enough, even though you have issues with it, hard to see. So that is a point of concern for sure. We have The Spill, which is a cooperative game from Smirk and Dagger. See, now it makes me wonder, like, is it supposed to be Smirk and Laughter because it's cooperative, or are you really trying to backstab somebody here? But I don't think so. I think it looks more like a cooperative game. But again, I don't know. I just have to do more research on that when at Gen Con. So I will have to do that. Take some pictures, see what's up. Steam Up! Steam Up! It looks super cute. I've seen a lot of photography all over the place for this one recently. It looks really nice. Like, really nice. This will be on demo, so if I see it, maybe I can get a quick demo of it. Dim sum. So, yeah. It looked really cool. I don't know, like, if it's going to be anything groundbreaking, but we'll see. Set collection. Castle Party I have, and it's on the shelf, my couch, to play on stream. I was waiting to October to play this, because clearly it's an October game here. Super cute. Flip and right game, where you are filling in, like, polyomino shapes in your little mansion, trying to get groups of the same types of monsters together. It has an interesting way about doing this. So I think you guys will like to see that one being played. You're so flippin' right. So it's super cute. I would, yeah. I mean, how can you not look at them? Look how happy they are. They're just so happy. How do you not love them? No, you love them. Matt says, I was interested until I saw polyominoes at this point. If it's got polyominoes, it's got to be above and beyond, or it's a pass for me. That's fair. It's not driven by the fact that it has polyominoes, and some of the shapes are just 1x1 or 1x2, but nothing is above a 4 shape, I don't think. So it's not like driven by the polyomino factor. But if you're over rolling rights, then I can't help you there. So you probably just won't want to play this. We got On the Rocks. Oh, hey. We played this last night on the stream. Everybody got to see this in action. Time Roller says he played On the Rocks Saturday and liked it. I'm not big on the theme. The theme does nothing for me. I don't drink. I don't know alcoholic beverages, but the artwork is attractive. The marbles are attractive. The production is attractive. Everything about this game is attractive. I like trying to fill your glasses with the correct mix for your drinks. I like the set collection of the marbles. The actions can be a little bit take that, which isn't the greatest, but it's not like it doesn't ruin the game for me. I would still play this game again. I like it well enough. I definitely like it better with 2 players than with 4 players. With 4 players, it just kind of drags on a little bit too long for my liking. But, I mean, playing it last night, a lot of people seemed interested in trying it. So, I did my job. I love me some cocktails, says Matt. It's his number 9. Nice. And I like Take That, so doubly happy. I don't know anything about Sunny Day Sardines. I know nothing about it. Collect fish, fulfill orders, and complete for the Employee of the Month award. Drafting. I love drafting games. It's going to be a little cute card game. I want to play it. It's probably harmless. It's probably nothing to write home about, but I won't know until I play. Funfair. Fantastic. Fantastic theme, fantastic art. I ended up not keeping it because I have Unfair, which I prefer. After playing Funfair with 4 players, I'm like, I felt like it doesn't really play 4 players that well. Just because you see all the cards, you see everything. There's nothing to keep it interesting from game to game. Whereas in Unfair, you're adding different decks of cards. There's different mixtures of everything. There's a lot more content, a lot more going on. There is a little bit more, well, a lot more, all of it. Take that in Unfair. So it's not going to be for everybody. And yeah, Unfair grew on me in time. If Unfair is a great game, I'd play it again. However, it's more of an entry-level, fun time, amusement park game, which is fine, and it works great, and I would play it again in a heartbeat. But for me, I'd just rather play Unfair. Matt says, biggest problem with Funfair is that there are so many fair games, I don't know which one is the good one and which ones suck. I only need one fair game, so I just want to get the one most people like. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I don't think that you're going to find your perfect fair game. I mean, if you like Take That, I would definitely look at Unfair. That's the best one that I've played so far. So, but that's just my opinion. And I've played a lot of them at this point. Whirling Witchcraft. Use your recipes to generate ingredients and overflow your opponent's cauldron. It looks cute. It's probably harmless. It makes me wonder, though, the MSRP is $40 for a 15 to 30 minute game. That doesn't quite line up, so that's one that I would really have to evaluate on the spot to see what we're even talking about here, because to me, a 15-minute game does not equivalent to $40. That's not... I don't know. Curious, though. But I don't know. Still interested. Alright, Factory 42. I have a lot of comments on this one. However, I only played it in prototype form, so I don't know. We basically gave Timo here. We basically gave him, 8 pages of concerns, questions, things that he needed to fix. We basically just developed the whole game for him. However, he didn't quite take to our criticisms as well as other people, but he was pleased that we were helping him. So there's a lot of concerns with this game, and again, I haven't seen the finished product. I have not seen the finished product. I didn't even review it. I did not review it. So he sent me the prototype. I felt bad because I didn't even review it because I'm just like, I can't. He's like, we played it with so many different groups here and everybody loves it. I'm like, I don't get how everybody could love this game when there's just so many things wrong with it. And it could be a language barrier thing, but I'm not sure. In any case, I'm interested in seeing what the final outcome of this game is, to see if they developed it further to be something that, I could play, that I would want to play. But my concerns are high. So I don't know. It says release date in July, so I don't even know if it's actually available. Yeah. I guess that's when that we'll just wait and see what happens. Holy, that came out last year. Timerler says, a language barrier needs to be fixed before released even, though. Yeah, I mean, it does. It definitely does. But what I mean is that, like, a language barrier between our conversations. Because we got on the phone with him a few times and tried to explain what we were meaning with what our criticisms were. And I'm not sure he understood us and I'm not sure that we were understanding what he was trying to tell. There were a lot of different ways to interpret what was going on in this game. So it's one of those, like, I don't know. We just did the best we could in helping him make a better game. Yeah, Holy, we did play this on the stream. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool abstract. It's very abstract, so if you're not into abstracts, then you're probably not going to like this one. But it has a 3-level board, and you're trying to, like, get your holy patterns. You're trying to fulfill, like, different goals and cards to have the most points for the different scoring conditions. So it has a lot of neat ideas. Obviously, the box cover is amazing. I think it's a beautiful looking game. So yeah, I still have it. Picture Perfect. Wonder why this is not higher on the list. I gotta do my due diligence, put the thumb there. This is another one that is a must-have for me. If only for the theme. Obviously, I am totally into pictures. But I'm reading them like auction. I like auction. Hidden victory points, that's good. Deduction is good. Negotiation, alright, what are we talking about here? Not big on negotiation, so I guess we'll see. It's also one of those things, Matt's like, of course you must love the cover. Yeah, that's probably for Holy. Matt said, I saw the cardboard components, thought it was interesting, but didn't think it was for me. But yeah, I could see you loving this. Yeah, I mean, this is a must-have. If this is at Gen Con, I will get this one. This is one that is of high interest for me. And it says 2 to 4 players, and it makes me wonder, there's an auction and there's negotiation. So how does that even work with 2 players? Maybe it will work fine. But it also makes me question, those mechanics are usually better at a higher player count. So ambitious would be the word I use to describe it. Unique theme. Yeah, I mean, I would love more games about photography in general. I would also love more games about photography using actual photographs, which there are few and far between that use actual photographs. There are not many. But if there's a game about photography, I would love it to actually have real photography in it. Is that too much to ask? Oh, is it app-based? During the game, players try to take a look inside these envelopes and figure out how to place the characters correctly. To do so, they trade their information with others, or maybe try to hide it. Whoever earns the most points at the end of the game has fulfilled the desires and becomes a master photographer. Oh, you think you actually take a picture and the app scores it? Well, that would be interesting. See, things that to do so they trade information with each other. That's the concerning part for me. And how does that work with 2 players? So, yes, the whole idea and theme of this game is like on point for something I will love. But then little things like that will make me like question it. So hopefully it is amazing and I love it. That's my hope. That's my hope. Dan will check. Rorschach, 4 to 10 players. 2 teams compete in pairing words with ink blot images and guessing them. This sounds like a great party game. I definitely want to play this game. I have not played it, but I'm interested. Highly interested, I should say. Oh, you got it on Saturday? Oh, that's awesome, Time Roller. Let me know what you think. I'm sure you'll like it. But I definitely want to play this. Yeah, this sounds like something I will enjoy. Oh, does it have great production value too? That's really cool. Yeah, I definitely wanted to try that. Spy Fest. I've played it. They changed the name. They changed it. What's the game that I have? Man, it's like Now I want to look. What's the real... What was the name before they had to change it? I have the other one. Maybe they removed all of the images. SpyCon. So they changed it to Spy Fest. It's interesting. Again, this is a weird party game to try and describe the character. One team is trying to describe the character to their team without giving too much information away, so the other team can't guess it. It's fine. It's good. I still have it. I'm not sure it's worthy of being in the collection like long after. It provided some entertainment for what it was when we played it. Dan says, yes, you actually take a picture. I wonder why it doesn't say app-based then, or uses an app in the description. Man, how long is this list? Okay. Keeps going forever. Transformers deck building. I mean, I'm not really into Transformers, but, you know, I'm interested in deck building games in general, so I'm willing to try this one. I'm not sure how amazing it will be, but... Time Roller says, it's not app-based. You take a picture and the other team scores it because people are bad at writing descriptions. Got you. Windward. I mean, I love the theme of aviation and flight. I think that's like really cool. I love the look of this game. I feel like I've been seeing this game for years, though. Like, I feel like I first saw the prototype at GenCon like 5 years ago or something. Like, it's been a long time. I feel like I've seen it in action. I'm not sure where I'll stand at, you know, at the end of the day, if it's something that I'll enjoy, but I definitely want to try it to see what it's like. But it looks really attractive. Air, land, and sea critters at war. I definitely am excited for this one. I really was shocked at how much I liked Air, Land, and Sea. That was a really cool 2-player card game. I really enjoyed it. Now it's even better now that there's like a different theme. I'm not like big on war themed games or anything. But you know the aircraft, I mean all the planes and everything. It's not an attractive game for me. Now with the Critters at War, it's a little bit more attractive, but it's definitely something I want. I think it will probably replace Air, Land, and Sea. Time Roller says, I played this, the Windward game. Not worth the time it takes to play. Great plastic ships, but nothing new in a gameplay. And the tech tree is done after the 3rd round of play. Well, that's too bad. But you're probably right. I believe you. It's not like on my must-haves or anything. So... But yeah, still interested in checking it out. Definitely interested in Critters at War. Matt says, I have Windward. It's okay, but most gamers won't love it. Well, that's good to know. Here we got Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeon Scrawlers, Heroes of the Undermountain. Line drawing. Multiple maps, action, dexterity, fantasy. I don't know. For a little filler, I would try it. I'm not, like, dying to play it, but it could be interesting, you know? Happy City. Obviously on Board Game Arena. I've played it. It's super cute. I don't think it offers anything new or exciting, but, you know, for a quick filler game on Board Game Arena... It works. It works just fine. I don't necessarily know if I need to own a copy, but, you know. Try it on Board Game Arena. Matt says, Happy City is cute. Not much there, but it's in my teens, too. Oh, okay. It already made it up into your teens. It's pretty good. Or the list is not great. One or the other. Holly Jolly. Card game for Christmas. How can you go wrong? I love it. Let's play it. I definitely need more Christmas games in my life. That's for sure. Super Mega Lucky Box. I played it. I feel like I've seen what it has to offer. It's not like exciting or anything. As you can see in my comments, sort of like bingo, where you want to like get the rows and the columns to get bonuses and fill up the little box that you have, and you'll get points for it and all that jazz. It's fine. Better than silver and gold. They're both fine. It's definitely not better than silver and gold. But in any case, I'm not like a big fan of silver and gold either, though. I'm just... This is not better, though. And I so hate the look of the game. Like, I'm like... It's really bad. It's really ugly. Not my type of, 60s, 70s artwork. Yeah, it's very 70s. Waste Nights is your number 11, Matt. Okay. I haven't played the original. I think it's in Michael's collection in the kitchen, I think. So it's one of those I should play it just to see. Cooperative game, adventure, exploration, card drafting. It's fairly long, so it's a time investment that, will take a long time to probably learn and play through. So it's kind of like not high on my list, but I should try it. I don't know if the second edition has anything new or different about it, but I think it's worth looking into to see if it does. Don't know until I play it. Key to the Kingdom. I actually got the rundown from Rob Davio. It looked really interesting for a light kind of kids game that they have going on. The production looked really nice, so I got like a quick overview of what's going on, but it looked interesting. I would definitely play it. Obviously the cover is really nice, and the artwork of the whole game is really nice. So Dan says, everyone who played this as a kid will buy it to play with their kids. It didn't look as if it were for adults. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm happy to play kids' games too, but they generally don't stick around long. I'm generally happy to play them, but yeah, if it's not really engaging or that interesting, then I'll probably try it sometime. Last Friday, revised edition, makes me interested. I'm wondering what they did in this revised edition. I liked the first one well enough. It was way too long, but I liked what it was doing. I'm definitely interested to hear the changes that they've made. It's a weird hidden movement game. It's pretty thematic. I'd give it a go. I'd play it again for sure. Mystic Paths. It's on my must-haves. I definitely liked playing it a lot. I know Dan has his concerns, but I really enjoyed it. My concerns are that it's might be too easy, and how to fix that, I don't know. Dan says, my concerns were minor. It's good. Yeah, it's good. I'm going to talk to the R&R guys. I want a copy. I want it. Equinox. I played it on the stream. It's a bit take that for me. The artwork is amazing. Everything about it is amazing quality wise. It's really, I could put most of the characters, most of the artwork as art on my wall. It's so pretty. I love it. But the game itself was not really for me. Played it a couple times and made sure, but I think it will work for a lot of people. It is beautiful, that's for sure. Tumble Town. Contracts, dice rolling, American West city building. Don't know much about it. With a name like Tumble Town, I would think it'd be a dexterity game, so I think that they chose a poorly name for the game, like a poor name for the game. So, I mean, I guess you're rolling dice, so that could be tumbling. But when I hear tumble, I'm like, oh my god, it's a dexterity game somehow. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out, see what it's all about. Yeah, I mean, tumbleweed, sure. I don't know. My first thought with tumble is just like a dexterity game, but Vagrant Song. I don't know. Cooperative game, adventure dice. It's on the list. I don't know anything about it. I have no idea. But I like adventures and co-ops and dice. Could be good. 6 train hoppers hop aboard a ghost train and must work together to escape. Vagrant Song. I don't know, man. I'm bad with words. I'm really bad with words. I'm really bad. You know how it is. Shh. It is kind of an early Disney art cover, yeah. I can't say it. All right, Fight Club. Nobody. First of all, Fight Club. There's no Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club. Deck construction, market. I don't know, man. Mondo Games. I can't say that I've liked almost any of their games. However, I would be willing to give it a shot. Who knows? Land versus Sea. Now, this looked more interesting. Enclosure Map Edition Medieval Puzzle. Good Games Publishing. They make some good games. It could be good. I'm hopeful. It's a 2-player game, but since it's narrated and Tyler Druden, it's really a solo. What? Matt says he's excited about Land and Sea. It's in the teens or low 20s. I like maps. I like maps too. But they're the same person. Okay. Spoiler. More Deckscape games. Definitely interested. And it's the pirate theme. Yes. I want to play this so bad. I'll even give it a thumb. Yes, I want this. I mean, I've seen Fight Club, but it's been like a million years, and I wasn't like that into it. I forget, man. I forget everything. I don't know. But I'm on Deckscape anyway. More pirate games. I like it. I'm still trying to find like the best pirate game. I think at the moment my favorite pirate game is probably Libertalia still. Like, I don't think anything's beat Libertalia. I love Libertalia. Nobody else likes Libertalia except for me. But, anything pirate I'm always wanting to play. And so if there's a new pirate game, I want to play it. Deckscape, of course, if it's pirate themed, I'm gonna be all in. I'm kind of like fading on the adventure escape game type of games, but the Deckscape games are always solid, and I really enjoy playing them. Do these categories sync up with your BGG wish list? Not unless I add it over on the side here. If I add it, then I put it on the wish list. But I haven't really done that. Now it's on my wish list. So I haven't really gone through and done that. I wish by clicking this, it would automatically add it to my wish list, but it does not do that, if that's what you mean. Matt says, that's a good topic. I'm still looking for a good pirate game too. You have to have a good pirate game. I agree. I have tons and tons and tons of pirate games, but none of them have really, wowed me. And a lot of them end up being, Merchants and Marauders, which I really don't like very much. Because I'm not really into the attacking games. And I'm pirates will be attacking. Maybe I just need a really good cooperative pirate game. Forgotten Waters is pretty good, but it's mostly co-op, but it's also semi-co-op in a way. So it's weird. But, yeah. It's still, a really good pirate game. Flourish. I played it on the stream. Beautiful game. A bit chaotic, because there's just so many ways to score points, and it can be frustrating not to find cards that you want. Playing it with Dan was better because, you kind of go through cards a little bit faster. Playing it 2-player, you're not really seeing a lot of cards unless you use a variant, which it is better with the variant for sure. Dan says, it was still meh. Yeah, it's meh. Whatever. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I wanted to love it more. Let's just say that. We played it. Dan said he played it tonight because Jeff put together his copy. It is quite a process to put the game together with all the little standees. It's a very, very elaborate time consumption activity to assemble all of the little standees. Hard to love a game you find meh, of course. Garinto, played it, still have it. It actually is a really challenging solo game, so if you're into solo abstract type games, this is a really good one. I always lose a lot. A lot. I don't know how to play this game well at all. I play it much better when I'm playing against other people. But yeah, it's a neat little abstract set collection game, and you're not going to find anything new and exciting here, but it works and it's solid. I guess I don't have any commentary on it because I played it and it must not have been on BGG at the time, or I didn't add my comments on it. I don't know. Grease a Lightning. Very simple race game. Played it on the stream. Check out my video for that. Hey, Dan, you were here for that. Matt says, Grease Lightning was one I liked the description. Then I saw what was in the box and was underwhelmed. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not like the quality was bad. I mean, there's nice dice. There's many boards to evolve the racetrack over time. But, for a very quick game, I mean, I don't think our game lasted 60 minutes, but maybe it did. I don't remember. It was fairly fast. I mean, it ramps up pretty quickly. It works. I don't think there's much that stands out about it or anything. I'm happy to play it, I guess. Waggle Dance. Wasn't this a game that came out like several years ago? I didn't play it if it was, but release date says October 2021, unless it's a new Waggle Dance. I don't know. I like the B games, dice rolling. It might be cute. Dan says, yeah, I played Waggle Dance years ago. Yeah, but is it a new edition of it, or is it a different game totally? Repliments. Okay, so it might be the same or different. It looks the same. It looks the same. I rated it a 6. I don't know if there are any changes. I don't know. Detective is a neat series as well. So from DV Jochi. I'm really bad at names. Detective. Yeah. Detective. So I liked the original in the series is like the Rose Castle or something. I don't know. Rose something. I don't know. Red Rose. I don't know. It was something like that. And I really enjoyed it. So I would want to play that one as well. Small little card games. One and done. Sticky Cthulhu. Played it. Don't need to play it again. It's just like Sticky Chameleons if you played that. I mean, you have the little like sticky like thing and you're given instructions to get something and you all start flapping this sticky thing to the table and you try and capture the right thing. Now with the Cthulhu theme, here you're trying not to collect investigators because that will be a problem for you. And then you're going to get some sort of like instruction on how to proceed. And you might have to do like a spin around the table before you can slap the table the next time, or you might have to sing a song or something like that. It was silly. It was, it's definitely a family game. So yeah. In the palm of your hand, La Boîte de Jeux, cooperative party game. I like what they've done in the past for games that they've produced. French publishers always have amazing art. Like, that's what they, like, cherish over in France, I guess. So they always have amazing art. So, obviously, this cover is really attractive. I want to play it just because of that, and that's enough for me. So, I don't know much about what's going on in the game or anything, but that was enough for me to want to play it. Arch Rivals, card drafting, always something I enjoy. I mean, it's probably just a quick little game, but I don't know much about it other than what it says, card drafting, pattern building, economics. So, hey, it could be good. Don't know until I know. One Card Wonder. I played this. We played it on stream. I got a review prototype copy of it. Very light resource management game, as I write down here. And it's a race to complete your wonder before the other players. So yeah, it works as a game. I don't think I would like it with the advanced rules as much, but it's one of those. I would like to see how it ends up, and what the final results of the game shows up to be. So I'll be on the lookout for that. It looks like it's in demo, so it's probably not yet available, even though it's probably close because October. Dungeon Party is the other Forbidden Games game that's coming out. This is flicking action dexterity. I need more dexterity games in my life. I really like dexterity games. I like trying them all, you know, and seeing what games do I have the most fun playing in that genre. I mean, flicking is dexterity. Like, I don't necessarily know that they need both flicking and dexterity, but, you know, I'd play it. I want to play it. The Mirroring of Mary King. Obviously, nobody knows about it. There's only 9 likes, one of which is mine. It's a demo. It's going to be available. I played this a lot this year. I've been helping the Devious Weasel Games. Almost like developing it. If he comes out with new rules, I will play with him and tell him my thoughts. I think it's a really interesting 2-player tug-of-war game. And I generally don't like tug-of-war games, but it's interesting to see it come through a development process. I'm not usually one to like help develop a game at all, but you know, it's been an interesting ride from where it started to where it's probably ending up. So it's really cool. I like it, and I like playing it. Shrey's played it a few times with me. So this is actually one of my most played games this year. Matt says, I originally had that in the interested group, but saw the 2-sided thing and moved on. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a tug-of-war game, and I don't generally like tug-of-wars. I mean, you are trying to flip over the faces to be the face of the side that you're on, and if you can make the full face be the side that you're on, then you can win, or it will end over a certain number of rounds. So it's one of those, like, you're trying to play these cards to manipulate the picture to be more of what you want. Yeah, neither am I, but this one has a more puzzly aspect to the tug of war because you're trying to make the patterns work in your favor. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Sequoia is a game that I want to advise everybody not to play. Just go play Can't Stop. Just go play Las Vegas. Just go play basically any other game but this one. This one, not great. Not great. I don't really have anything nice to say about this one, so just not fun. Three Little Wolves. Hey, this is by Smooks. I don't really know much about it other than I saw Smooks' name, and Smooks is always wonderful to me, so I would love to play his game. You know, I don't know. Sudden death endings. It doesn't sound great, but hand management's always fun. Did I see Can't Stop Express on BJ? I did see that. I haven't played it yet. And the pieces are 2 bug. Good to know. Buried Treasure. Card drafting and take that. Restoration Games. I don't know what it's reproducing. But let's take a look. It's Buried Treasure, which I think I have played. Did I? All of these games that it's representing. I haven't played any of them, so I have no idea. Buried Treasure. Old Sid Saxa game. Sure. I would try it. Crystallized. This was not great, guys. I mean, it's definitely abstract card placement. This one did nothing for me, unfortunately. The game is attractive. I like all the little gems. I like the look of it all. That's why I wanted to play it. But the ultimately, it did not work for me. So I guess, you know, Yeah. Matt was on the fence with crystallized. I like the sciencey crystal thing. Good to know. It's just very abstract. Oh, Dan's played several versions of the old Sid Sack son. I'm like having problems today. Leave me alone. Crystallized is definitely completely abstract. Good puppers. Look how cute he is. He's so cute. Good pupper. Card drafting. Could be good. Could be bad. I don't know, man. I like card games. Trying them. I don't have high hopes for small card games generally. So if it's a good game, like the good poppers, then I'll play it. Termite Towers is the one with Waggle Dance. Is that also a remake? I don't know. I've never heard the name, but you know, it looks kind of cute. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Pattern building animal dice. 60 to 75 minutes. That is quite a long time. I mean, it looks alright. Who knows? Maybe it's great. This dice thing going on over here. It looks like Waggle Dance with other things going on. Yeah, so that's one I'll have to just check out and see. Captured Moments, a Downton Abbey game. Alright, this is one that I just want because of the theme. I don't have any high hopes for it being amazing. Though if it is amazing, that would be amazing. I'd be very happy. I don't anticipate it being very good. But I mean, like, it's Downton Abbey. This show has my heart. I love this show. So, yeah, I'll get sucked in. I don't know until I play it, but I'm hopeful. This is me being hopeful. Well, you've never seen the show. Maybe you should get on that. The Plan, R&R. It could be good. They have some good games. They have some misses, too, so. Something I don't know anything about, but. Hand management and bluffing. It's probably not something I will love, but I would try anything once. Turbo Sleuth, I have a copy. I played it. It's a speed game. It's a speed recognition game where you're trying to match up all the things and find the murderer and the weapon before everybody else can on the 3 cards that are on the table. It works. It's fine. It does what it's doing okay. I just was hoping for more of a light deduction game than a speed pattern game. So it wasn't exactly what I was anticipating, but you know, it could work for people. It was fine. I don't think Dan liked it very much. I don't think Michael liked it at all. He was done. He was done. Bequest. Oh, hey, it's the last one. Bequest. Drafting, I cut, you choose. I really enjoy I cut, you choose games. The problem here is 3 to 6 players. That's not great. 50 might be high, but I don't really know. I don't know what you get. What type of game it is. I mean, it looks attractive. I don't really know. I don't know much about it, so this is an opportunity to learn. Yeah, it's in my interested pile as well, Matt, as you can see. So that was the rundown of GenCon 2021 preview. So much to do, so little time. Hopefully, if you stuck with me that long, you know what games that you might interest you. Again, I'm missing about 80 games off the list, so there's still a whole bunch more coming out that that didn't really pique my interest, or, you know, just I missed or something. So, yeah, that was that. Huzzah! We did it! That was probably longer than I thought it would be. And maybe I should have narrowed it down to 10 minutes, but I have a lot to say. What can I say? I got a lot to say. Let's see. I was going to take that off. All right. And that was it. That's all I have to say about the GenCon preview. I'm sure I'll do a full GenCon recap when I come back. I'm only spending a couple days there, so maybe, you know, hopefully I'll see enough of what's going on, but it is going to be a smaller convention this year for sure, as many publishers are not showing up, but yeah, still a lot going on, and still many games that I want to pick up and try, so hopefully I'll bring some of those home and show them off on the stream. I will be right back. Doo-doo.